It's NFL Mailbag time. Mitchell Rentz from Chat Sports ready to answer all y'all's questions. If you want to go ahead and get those questions featured on the show, it's hashtag NFL like my guy GUnit175 did, or you can go ahead and super chat. This first question coming in here is, should the Ravens sign Antonio Brown? Now, I get it. AB is an absolute cluster F, and you can throw the word in the comments if you want. He still, though, can probably get it done. If you guys remember, like 2 years ago, it was him, his cousin Hollywood Brown, Marquise Hollywood Brown, catching passes from Lamar Jackson. This has been a rumor starting to grow. I just think this. I wish the NFL would stop giving him highlights. I wish people in general would just shut Antonio Brown out. I actually hope that he goes seek medical help because, to me, he absolutely needs it. No NFL team should go anywhere near Antonio Brown. Now, Brown at one time might have been your favorite NFL draft prospect. If you have any questions going on around the NFL draft, though, remember, you guys can always ask us those questions. If you have a question about your favorite prospect, let me know down in the comments who it is. Let's go to Gia Preston. Why did you not think Eric Bieniemy from Kansas City would go to the Vikings? That is all we are hearing out here. Well, Gia, I appreciate your question. Here's the issue, though. Everyone that I talk to, that's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's either going to be O'Connell or it could be D'Amico Ryans. Now, maybe it ends up being Eric Bieniemy, but from what I hear, I just don't think that that's the route that they end up going. But, hey, appreciate you watching. Let's go to Ethan Klein. Could the Raiders go out and trade for one of the Eagles' first-round picks? Could they? Sure. But you're at pick 22, which means you have to go up. Even if you wanted to go to pick 19 from Philadelphia, you probably have to give up your first and your second-round pick, or maybe your first and your third-round pick to go up to 19, so just a few spots. I mean, I personally don't think that's going to happen. I think the only way that you get some of the first-round picks without giving up some of your first-round picks is by trading Derek Carr to Philadelphia, and from what it sounds like, Philly wants to stick with Jalen Hurts. Let's go to Jay Claus, 1221. Do you think Miami could be a destination for Aaron Rodgers? When you look at the latest odds, I believe Miami is the third highest odds to land Rodgers, and I truly think that they have the most money in terms of salary cap space as it stands right now, projected $67.6 million. I just don't think that there is a world where Rodgers ends up going to Miami. Stephen Ross wants to stick with Tua, and sure, I think most people would be like, all right, if Aaron Rodgers wants to come to your team, you're going to end up doing it, but I don't see why Rodgers would want to go to Miami with the status of that offensive line, that running game, and their wide receivers. Let's go to Sir Lister of Smeg. Grade my trade for Las Vegas and Indy. Raiders take on Wentz's contract, 2 firsts and a 4th, and the Colts get Carr. I mean, yeah, I would sign up in a heartbeat, but Indianapolis would never do that. I get that the Colts are upset about the way Carson Wentz's season ended for them, but there's no way in hell that the Colts are going to give up Carson Wentz, 2 firsts, and a 4th-round pick just to get Derek Carr. I love Carr, but no, it's just never going to happen. Let's go to Jay Claus again, which is a question we already answered, but I appreciate it. Remember, guys, hashtag NFL, or you can super chat to get featured on the show. And to make sure that you guys never miss anything, hit that sub button. Let's go to Broderick. Is Burrow already a top 5 quarterback? Personally, I don't have him in the top 5, but he's definitely inching in that direction. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes. It's Josh Allen for me. I don't know if I'm going to put Russell Wilson in that equation anymore, but Burrow, he's definitely inching closer and closer to be a top 5 quarterback. I would honestly have to sit down and break it down. I think one of the things that helps Burrow out a lot is his running game is solid. He's got T. Higgins, he's got Jamar Chase, and Tyler Boyd, that's a very solid 3 wide receivers right there. Now, the top quarterback in the league, it's Patrick Mahomes. I don't really care what anybody says. He proved it to me the other night. Now, Josh Allen might have outplayed him, but if I was going to start an NFL team, I'm going to start it with Mahomes. If anybody wants a Mahomes jersey, maybe you want a Dak Prescott jersey, maybe you just want an NFL jersey of your favorite player, yo, we got a hell of a deal going on right now. You can get an NFL jersey, Nike quality, under $90. Yes, I said it, under $90. How do you get it? You just got to look down right there, chatsports.com/jersey deal. I'm going to say it again in case you were picking your you-know-what, chatsports.com/jersey deal. Get NFL Nike quality jerseys for under $90. It's going to be in the comments, going to be in the description. Go ahead, get yourself something nice. Let's go to Abo. Tannehill stinks. How can the Titans get rid of him? Well, if you cut Ryan Tannehill, you're going to end up eating like $28 million dead cap. So that's not going to happen. His dead cap hit, if he's traded after June 1st, is probably the only way you're going to be able to do it. So Tennessee, you would have to end up eating, it's like $9 million of dead cap hit. The new team, they would take on his base salary, which is about $28 million. I just don't really honestly believe that a team's going to go out and want to pay Ryan Tannehill $28 million a year and give up a lot of draft capital in order to do it. I think if I learned anything this year, Ryan Tannehill wasn't as good as what we thought he might have been after he signed that big deal. He's probably somewhere around a quarterback in the 15, 16, 17 range, which kind of spoils this next question. Is Ryan Tannehill a top 10 quarterback? At the beginning of the season, he was getting a lot of hype as top 10. In fact, basically every single quarterback list ranking that I saw had him top 10. In fact, I had him at number 10 because I thought he could do a lot more. Here's the thing. He showed his flaws. He was not as good as what a lot of people anticipated. So I'm going to go ahead and say no. Ryan Tannehill is not a top 10 quarterback. But I want you guys to let me know where you think he ranks with a number. 10, 11, 12, 20, 33. Let me know. Let's go to Ethan Klein. Would you re-sign Zay Jones and or Casey Hayward? I mean, if I got to pick, I'm picking Casey Hayward. Zay Jones, I would sign on the minimum deal. Like, I get it. Zay had a halfway decent year, but he should be a wide receiver 4 on every single NFL roster. He's a hardworking guy. He's a glue guy, and those dudes are important. But Zay Jones is a minimum type of deal. If you want to give him like $2.5 million, sure. But if you're going to throw him more money than that, personally, I think you're absolutely crazy. Let's go to Jose 540. Do you think Mahomes and Allen will be the next Brady and Manning? I mean, it's a hell of a question. Personally, I think it's kind of hard to sit here and say no because you saw it. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are in a league of their own in terms of overall football talent and at the quarterback position. Brady and Manning, they battled it out for a long time. I mean, it's a big reason why, guys like Phillip Rivers never got like a Super Bowl title. I mean, there's guys like Ben Roethlisberger. He was really good for 2 years. Like, there's a lot of reasons, but yes, I could absolutely see Mahomes and Allen being the next Brady and Manning. Now, to make sure you guys never miss any videos the entire offseason, whether we make a video around the draft, free agency, blockbuster trade, you're going to start seeing some videos pop up here because NFL teams are going to start hiring some head coaches. So hit that subscribe button. If you're wondering why would I subscribe to Chat Sports, I'm glad you asked. We go live at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, breaking news. We're interactive, so shout out to Shanav, Chief, Uzi, Clip Productions, Eric Hunter. I see y'all. More subs equals more videos, and we are 100% free. There's a reason why we have over 277,000 subs. It's because of all the reasons you see right here, so hit that sub button. Let's go to Dustin. With a Cowboys pick, would the Cowboys pick up Antonio Brown in free agency? I don't see why the hell they would. Tom's giving me the middle finger, so that gives you an answer right there. But there's no need to. You have CeeDee Lamb, you have Amari Cooper, and shout out to Cedric Wilson. Cedric was amazing. He is a free agent, but I personally could see them bringing back Ced. I understand you also have Michael Gallup out there. I don't know if you're going to be able to bring both of those guys back, but if I was the Cowboys, I would bring back Cedric Wilson. Therefore, I don't need to deal with the headache of Antonio Brown. Let's go to Brock Cunningham. Thoughts on the Giants taking Linderbaum at number 7 overall? I personally would love this pick. I think Linderbaum is one of the best centers I've seen in a very long time. And if you're New York, you need to try to figure out a way to honestly bolster that offensive line. You want to try to get the most out of Saquon Barkley. You're hoping that Barkley's going to be worth the number 2 overall pick that you took him at. Find somebody who's as good as run blocking as Linderbaum. I personally think he is the best run blocking offensive lineman in this year's draft, and I get it. Sometimes people don't like to take centers that early, but the dude's an absolute stud, and I don't see him missing. Let's go to Aldrich Grady. Will Trevor Lawrence be good in his second year? I think he's going to get better. I think, obviously, a lot of people thought he was going to be this just absolute game changer right away, but it also proves that if you don't have a solid head coach, if you don't have a solid team around you, it makes your job a lot more difficult. Last time I checked, football is a team sport. So if they put more talent around him, if your wide receiver is one's not Marvin Jones, sure, maybe you try to figure out a way to go ahead and bring back DJ Chark, but I think that he's going to be better in year 2, yes. Now, again, guys, if I didn't get to your questions, I apologize. Don't blame me. You can blame producer Jeff over there for not putting your question on the show. If you want to hit me up on Instagram, it's at MitchellRens365. Please feel free to slide in my DMs. I will do my best to answer your questions, though I will not be answering during this playoff games this Sunday because for the first time in a very long time, I'm off on Sunday. Let's go to John Wetzel. I heard the Dolphins could hire Vance Joseph. What would you grade that hire? Yeah, I mean, Vance is going to interview for the position. Maybe by the time you watch this, he's already interviewed. I'm going to go ahead and say it would be like a C- type of hire, though I don't know if Miami is going to go out and hire somebody competent because I don't have confidence in Stephen Ross. I don't have confidence in Chris Greer. You should have just kept Brian Flores. But Vance Joseph, would I be surprised? No. Like, if you were to tell me what team goes out and hires Vance Joseph or Leslie Frazier, I could absolutely see Miami doing it, and I'd probably give it a C- type of grade. Now, out of Miami, I personally think that it's the Texans, the Jags, and the Miami Dolphins. Those are the 3 worst head coaching jobs as it stands right now. But maybe you think there's another head coach opening that's a little bit worse. If you think there's another one, go ahead and type O. But out of the ones that you see on screen right now, worst head coaching job, let me know. We got one coming in now from Clip Production. Brian Daboll to the Giants. Yes, I personally think that Brian Daboll will be the next head coach of the New York Giants. Clip, if you want to go ahead and check out the video that we put out on the channel in terms of our head coaching predictions, it's going to be on the channel. Another reason to subscribe. Let's go to James Herr. Do you think the Cowboys would trade Dak Prescott for Watson if he's available to play in 2022? No. It makes absolutely no sense. Do I personally think that Deshaun Watson is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott? Yes, I do. But it's like by about this much. And why the hell would you risk somebody who's got 22 allegations against him when you just paid Dak Prescott when you have a top 10 quarterback already? So no, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Final question here on today's live show. What up, Terry? Will the Cowboys end up with Sean Payton in 2023? I think if you were to tell me, hey, Sean Payton's back in the National Football League, where does he end up going? I would say the Dallas Cowboys. He has a home here in Dallas. I think it makes a lot of sense. I have never been a big fan of Mike McCarthy personally, but as it stands right now, do I think he ends up there? No, but if he does end up coming back to the NFL, I think the Cowboys are the most logical explanation and the most logical destination. Yes.